Hi. Hi. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute, and first of all, I'm gonna apologize. I have a puppy, so he might be making some noises or swinging his tail in my face, or whine, but he's a puppy, so fair warning. Welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I have made a video, and I was on Instagram and I put a poll up for if I should start a YouTube, and everybody was like, yes, start a YouTube. So I'm starting a YouTube again. I think I stopped YouTube for a while because I didn't know what I wanted to create, and to be completely honest, I still don't. I'm not here to be any other YouTuber. I'm not here to, I don't know. I want to make fun videos, but I also want to inspire people, and I don't know what that means yet, but I know that I'm willing to try it out and be here and go along for the ride. So without further ado, the first video back that I decided to do was getting married in your early 20s. Chandler last night had to be at church for an all-nighter with junior high kids. I praise the people who have the energy to do that. So he is very much sleeping all day today before he has to go to church and speak tonight, because he is speaking this weekend for junior high. So that's kind of crazy, but I'm super proud of him, and this video is just going to be me, and I hope that's okay. Alright, so let's pull up on Instagram. I asked you guys some questions. If you guys like these types of videos, be sure to like the video or comment down below. I want to be able to do and make content that you guys appreciate and learn from and feel inspired by. So if this is something that you like, give it a thumbs up. So without further ado, let's ask some questions. Alright, so the first question was, do you feel pressure to have children or have your life already figured out completely? No, I don't even know if I said this. This is the first time I'm reading these questions. So I screenshotted them, but I was very intentional about not looking at them. So this was like the first raw answer for you guys. We don't feel pressure to have kids at all. I think at first, I don't know, we don't feel pressure to have children. Pressure to have your life all together, I think there is a sense of that, because you kind of do jump yourself, especially at a young age, into doing a lot. And depending on your family, like our families had some different outlooks on the situation of what we decided to do. So I jumped into, right in the beginning of our engagement, I jumped into having to get dropped off health insurance and a couple other things. So it definitely is not a pressure that I feel like I have to have. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of do have to have it. So that's pressuring, but I definitely don't feel like I have to have everything together. I think I still give myself grace and time to like figure out the rest of life, but I think financially with responsibilities, there's definitely a pressure to have it all together. But I also think that's kind of good. Hopefully that answered that question. How did you start talking about the future before he proposed to you? So, I love this question. I think this is funny. I don't know if we're the right couple to ask, because, I don't know, I guess we are. Chandler and I knew we wanted to get married very early in the relationship. I'm talking like one of the first few dates. We've been dating for a couple of years now, and on one of our first dates we knew that we wanted to get married too. I think in terms of talking about the future and like how to bring it up, we just made sure in the beginning of our dating relationship, if we both knew that we didn't want to date people unless it was intentional for marriage, because we both did want marriage in the future. I think those things definitely need to be talked about before you enter a dating relationship. Chandler and I went on a date. It was like kind of us getting to know each other and like figuring out if we wanted to further pursue each other. And he asked me after that date if we would like instead of being like, will you be my girlfriend, it was like, would you like to intentionally pursue each other for marriage? And that was kind of the question that he asked me, and that was my like, yes, I want to date you type thing. So I think it's something that if you're in the middle of a relationship right now, bringing it up, just like, I think be as open and as honest as you can be. I think marriage is such an amazing, exciting thing, and I cannot wait to be a part of it. But never hide what you want just because you're afraid to lose someone. I think it can be kind of a fearful topic, especially if you're in the middle of a dating relationship that first didn't have the intention of marriage. So bring it up wholeheartedly, stick to what you believe in, and just be open-minded. Okay, do you want kids right away after you get married? No. No, 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 no. Chandler and I are very like anti-children for the first 5 years of our marriage. I know that probably sounds awful. I want children. I love children. I was a nanny for most of my life. I was a preschool teacher. I love babies, and all I want is babies. Like, I love babies. But we do not want kids. I think right now our window is like we have to be married anywhere from 5 to 8 years before we have kids. I say that because Chandler and I want to be able to like do marriage. Like, we already have a puppy and we're not even living together, and marriage in itself is such a crazy important thing that you have to build a foundation on. So we want to be able to build a foundation in our relationship before we throw in things that are crazy. Granted, there are some people who can like totally do it and are amazing at it, and like, I think just for us personally, like, I just don't think I could deal with it crazy, especially since we both work full-time jobs and it's a struggle. So I think we want to focus on traveling, each other, and our puppy before we have kids. With that being said, I cannot wait to do a pregnancy announcement or like any of that on YouTube. Just put it out there. I'm so excited for that. Are you scared to have in-laws? I think that's an interesting question. I'm not scared to have in-laws. I love Chandler's parents. Chandler's parents are really cool. His parents are divorced, so he has a dad, stepmom, mom, and stepdad. And I really do love each set of parents. They are amazing. I'm definitely not scared. I think it just adds on pressure when it comes to like pursuing relationships, because like I already have 2 sets of parents, and now he has 2 sets of parents. So figuring out like whose house we're going to for Christmas, your dad's or my dad's or your mom's or my mom's, you know, it's like, it's just a little crazy. And his whole family lives in Arizona. So am I scared? Not at all. I love them. I'm so thrilled that I get to call them family here soon. I think it's more just like the pressure of trying to figure out like when we get to see them, and like when we, you know, because they live far, and who do we spend holidays with and all that stuff. But I think that's exciting and fun. So no, I'm not scared. How did he propose to you? I actually have a video. I will link it down below. It's probably one of the only 2 videos on my YouTube profile. So it is Europe trip turns into surprise proposal engagement, or engagement proposal. And I'll link it down below. Next question, when are you guys getting married? We are getting married January 25th, 2020. Okay, here's a good one. Why are you getting married young? This is a good one. I think a lot of people are curious why. It's funny, I've seen a couple people from high school, and some of them are like, this is totally you. Some people are like, you're getting married? It's just super weird. You know, I always wanted to get married. I didn't know when that was going to be. I didn't know when I was going to meet the person that I was going to get to marry. I was just blessed by meeting him young, and I'm not going to sacrifice what I know that I need to do with my life, or what I want to do with my life, for the fear of what people say won't work. I think that it's all about your mindset, it's all about your heart, it's all about your intention, where you place your hope in, and the foundation of your marriage. And I'm not going to say that our marriage is at risk because we're married young. I think that we're very well aware of the statistics, but a number doesn't compare to what we know our Creator says. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be and where I was always supposed to be. This is somewhere God led me, and I'm not letting the fear of society get to me about what I feel like I should do with my life. So, hope that answers that question. Hi, baby. Baby. Come here. Come here. Why are you crying, you weirdo?